Good morning and welcome back to Other Faces. Welcome to a special episode. We are back with Sporcle Spectacular. It's been a long time, but it's a special occasion. We're giving you a little bit extra here. We're doing a bit of an icebreaker with Emily of the Eyrie, our new co-host who hopefully you met recently if you joined us for our first episode of 100 Questions of the Winds of Winter. Thank you for joining us. Hello, I am your Jolly Green Giant. Like I say, you're here on the Isle. I'm speaking to you from, again, it's still sunny England. We're holding on to our false spring, and I'm joined once again by Emily of the Eyrie. Emily, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Very sunny here in Michigan as well.
Excellent, superb. We've got the solar energy going. You come back for a second time at least. We didn't scare you off in the first episode there, so that's good news.
Absolutely not. I'm excited to be back.
Good. So like we explained the other day on that first episode with Emily, just to welcome her onto the podcast and to break the ice and get to know you a bit better, we're having 2 extra episodes. So we've got this today, which is just going to be some fun with Sporcle that we used to have. And we'll have a patron-only guest episode, an interview episode where we really get to know Emily. So we're very lucky to have even more than we originally planned, as if we're not going to have enough episodes coming out in weeks to come. And here's something I should point out. Last time I mentioned that these questions, the 100 questions things, they came to my mind because I listened to No Dunks, the basketball NBA podcast. This is something they do for their season previews. Well, as it happens, just as we start Sporcle Spectacular back up, they have a weekly happy hour, which is just kind of like a hangout live stream, and they've started incorporating Sporcle into it. So it's a nice, great integrated circle here, isn't it? That's very nice to hear. Yet we're syncing even more up with No Dunk, so yeah, this definitely seems to work. So for everyone who doesn't know what we're doing here, it has been, like I say, about a year since we've done Sporcle Spectacular, but we had a lot of fun when we had guests on. We had Vanessa Cole, we had Shakes of Thrones, San Rixian, and Brotherhood Without Manners. So we got through 2 books, because what we're doing here today, just to actually let you know, is we're using the quiz site Sporcle. If you know of that, then lucky you, because it's certainly how I spend a lot of my time. If not, well, I've just introduced you to something that will distract from work, personal life, friendships, all those kind of things. So maybe don't go on this site if you are a fan of the quizzes, because they have quizzes for everything. And for our purposes, there are a bunch of quizzes where it will give you the first or last line of each chapter of a book from A Song of Ice and Fire. So for today, we're doing the opening chapters, the opening sentences for each Storm of Swords chapter. It will give you the line, and it will give you all the different POVs. So obviously, we will read the line to each other. We will pick which character we think it is. We'll find out if we're right or wrong. I'm going to guess more right than wrong, but we shall find out. So we've done that previously for each book. Like I say, I think Vanessa was Game of Thrones opening. Then I can't remember which way around it went. I think it was San Rixian next with Game of Thrones closing sentences. Then Shakes of Thrones did opening for Clash of Kings. And then Brotherhood Without Manners did Clash of Kings closing sentences. And we haven't been able to do it for such a long time because Scraps and Scrolls, Feast and Dance were so very demanding of us. But now we're going to open it back up, especially for Emily. And we're going to go against each other. It's all in light-hearted fun, but it's good to just have a bit of fun that way and dust off the old cobwebs. Even for me, who had to go through these chapters painstakingly not that long ago, I've probably forgotten half of them already. And the best thing is everyone at home can play along as well. So Emily, how are you feeling about this challenge laid before us today?
I am cautiously optimistic. I will say Storm is the book I reread the furthest back in time. I'm actually in the middle of a reread right now, and I'm towards the end of Clash. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, this is good to get you in the mood for it at least.
Exactly.
So we have 82 questions in total. We obviously have the 80 chapters, and in this one we have not only a prologue but our first epilogue as well. We have new POVs in Sam and Jamie, so that would be interesting. Emily, what are you thinking in terms of who do you think you'd find the easiest? Do you know all the Eyrie chapters easiest, or are you a Jamie woman, or in the reverse, who do you think is going to be hardest for you?
I think probably Dani will be the easiest for me just because her setting is so different. So I think there'll be clues there. I'm definitely a big Jamie fan, but there's a lot going on in the Riverlands in this book. So it kind of depends on what the sentences are, how much of a clue that gives me.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true. Now I'm just looking over the names. Yeah, we do have Eyrie, Catelyn and Jamie all in the Riverlands roughly at the same time.
What about you?
Yeah, Dani is always a good bet. She seems like she should be easiest, but it's not always the case. I would like to say I would know all the Catelyn's because Catelyn is my favourite, but I remember saying that a year ago and being proven wrong several times, so I shouldn't say that much. Bran could be interesting in Storm because his chapters changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Sam would be interesting as well because obviously he's quite new. And I think actually the hardest one for this book is going to be Sansa and Tyrion because while they're both in King's Landing, they're very, very closely linked to what they're doing.
Yeah, their voices are so different, though, so we'll see. I think Davos will be pretty easy, actually, looking at the list again, so we'll see.
That's a good point. Yeah, so what we want to do, like we were encouraging you the other day to get in touch with your questions for the Winds of Winter podcast, which we had a lot of fun doing, by the way, I should mention. We're going to encourage you to have a go at this as well. I'll put the link in the show notes. I'll tweet it out as well. Have a go, have some fun, see how you do. Get in touch with your scores. Let us know, who did you find easy? Who did you find hard? Was there one that you got wrong where you had to slap yourself upside the head and be, come on, how did you get that wrong? Were there ones the complete reverse, where it's always fun to get to know, and we'll compare our scores at the end with how people have done in the past and what the average on Sporcle is as well. I'll have to look that up later. Off the top of my head, I remember we've had some pretty high scores, and I think I'm right in saying that actually the first time we did this, the Game of Thrones opening sentences, Vanessa ran the gauntlet and got 100%. So that was a good way to kick it off. I think I might have as well. Yeah,
Wow.
I hope I'm right in saying that. But then again, Game of Thrones, just a lot easier. Opening sentences are easier in general than closing sentences, I think. And Game of Thrones, well, there's less POVs. They're POVs you know very well. People tend to know the book. You've probably read that one more than you've read the others. I would say that's true for most people. But Storm, much, much different. We're not quite on Feast Dance levels, but I think it'll be tough. I don't think we're going to get 100% today, but Emily, you could easily surprise me. I don't think I'm getting 100%.
I don't think I'm getting 100% either. And I think this is going to be harder than Feast or Dance because we have a wider variety of characters in this book, even though it's similar length. So
that is true.
I don't know if I'd agree there.
There's more people in the same place, definitely, in this book. This is probably the worst one for people in the same place. King's Landing, Riverlands. Yeah, that's a good point. Jaime gets to King's Landing as well. Well, I guess we'd better find out. So what we're doing here is I'm showing my screen. So I'm going to read out one sentence. Emily will have a guess. We'll click, see if it's right. And then Emily will do the same for me. And like I say, you can all join in at home. And you get to hear us read out some lines from the book, which is always fun. Emily, are you prepared?
I am ready. I will say we've had question one up for a while, and I feel like staring at it for 5 minutes has not helped.
Well, would you like to go first as our new guest, or would you like to read the question first?
No, you can read it to me. I've got a guess prepared, finally.
Okay, so out of 82 then, question one, we begin with, that was such a sweet dream, character thought drowsily.
So like I said, I've been staring at this for a while, and it hasn't gotten easier, but I'm going to guess Sansa.
That is who I would have gone with as well. I don't know if dreams just seems like something Sansa used to do a lot, but she's grown up in this, but let's find out. Okay. Yep, good way to start. Well done.
All right.
Now the pressure's on me. You can still go 100%.
Okay. The next line is, they woke to the smoke of Molestown burning.
See, now I think immediately this should be easy, but I'm never ever quite sure. You just have to double check all the time. You think, well, I'm pretty sure that's John, but it could be Sam. But I am going to go with John. I'm pretty sure that's John. Please don't make me wrong on the first go. Okay, good.
You got it.
We're both off the board. Next one for you is, the day was grey and bitter cold, and the dogs would not take the scent.
Okay. I had a thought for this one. I think I want to go Merritt Frey for this one. Strangely enough, I know we're looking at a epilogue chapter, but
epilogue straight away. Early doors. Okay, do you want to go for Merritt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, that's the first wrong. Unfortunately, I think off the top of my head, I think that was Chet. I think he got prologue and epilogue.
I didn't even see his name on the list. I should have gotten that.
The epilogue prologue threw us a curveball early on, but that does happen. They are hard, to be fair, to remember.
So this next one, out of context, is a little interesting. The line is, he sucks harder than mine.
Yeah, it is fun when the random sentences come up like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's Gilly. So I'm thinking this is Sam then. But again, could be John. John meets Gilly in this book, does he? No, I don't know if he does. Either way, I'm going to say it's Sam. Yes, okay,
There you
first Sam
go.
off the board. Ooh, okay. Next one for Emily then. The mare was blown, but character could not let up on her.
I think this is Arya when she's
There's a
fleeing
lot of Eyrie
Harrenhal,
chapters in this,
probably.
but
Yeah.
yeah, she definitely does have a horse at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I will select Aya for you. Let's find out. Oh, no, not. I would have. Yeah, I could see that was Aya. So that one was wrong, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Any guesses who you thought it might have been? Did you have anyone back in the chamber if it wasn't Aya?
I mean, probably John.
There's a lot
right?
of horses to go around.
I think that was probably John.
Yeah, John makes sense. John when he's riding back for Castle Black.
Yeah.
After leaving Egret. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Tough one though.
All right. Next one for you. The cell was warmer than any cell had a right to be.
I'm confident in this one. As you said, this is probably one of the easier ones out of all our characters. I think this is Davos Seaworth down in the dungeons of Dragonstone.
I'm going to agree with that.
Could be wrong, but I'm going to find out. Yes, it is Davos. Good, I'm glad I got a Davos one early. Okay, next one for Emily. A new gown, she said, as wary as she was astonished.
This is definitely Sansa.
I'm confident with you that is Sansa, but let's double check. Correct, that was a
Yeah.
Sansa. There you go.
That's her wedding
Back on
dress,
the
I think,
board.
but she doesn't know it's a wedding dress.
Yeah, I think that's the chapter. I think it's like the only chapter in the entire series where no one moves. Like she's just standing still for the entire chapter, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah, let me read this one for you. She could feel the hole inside her every morning when she woke.
I'm pretty confident that this is our first of many Ayas. I'm pretty sure this is the chapter after the Red Wedding. After all that's going on, she's with Sandor again. Let me find out. Yes, Aya.
Yep.
Good.
Correct.
Okay, I'm glad. Okay, you've got another one that's a bit interesting out of context, so enjoy that. It says, big enough for you. I think you've got the harder question so
I think
far,
I
must
have
say.
been having bad luck here with the tough out of context ones.
That Aya was testing you.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I kind of want to say Tyrion just because this seems like something innuendo-ish that he would joke around with, but
I could see Tyrion saying that, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I have like 3 guesses for this, so let's just say Tyrion, and I'll probably be wrong, and that's fine.
We've not had a Tyrion guest yet, and there's plenty of Tyrion chapters, so you've got a good chance. Let's find out. No,
Nope.
not a Tyrion. I gotta say, I don't have an answer for that one.
Yeah, I thought it could be Jaime mocking Brienne. I thought, I don't know, lots of options. All right, the next one is the king was angry.
A lot of kings in this book is the issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is... Oh, no, do you know what? I was all set to say that was Stannis, and now I'm having second thoughts because it could still be Joffrey. Could be Tommen, but I don't remember Tommen being angry.
Could even be Rob.
Could be Rob.
He gets pretty angry.
I think... yeah, that's true. I don't think it's Rob.
No.
If it's Stannis, it could be Davos, it could be Jon. If it's Joffrey, it could be Tyrion or Sansa. Not Jaime, because he's not around then. I'm going to go with Jon, I think. I think it's Stannis. I'm not. This is the one I've been least confident on, I must say. Okay, I'm going to try for Jon. No.
No, I
think
don't
that's
think
my
they
first
really.
wrong.
I don't think we really run in or have Jon and Stannis on page together until maybe one chapter.
And we do a little bit at the end, maybe, but not enough.
Yeah.
Okay, next one for you. The rains came and went, but there was more grey sky than blue, and all the streams were running high. That's another topic.
All right, so I think since we're talking about rains and not snows, we're probably in the Riverlands.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's either Jaime or Arya. I think I'm going to go with Arya.
That's who I would go with personally. Like you say, it definitely has a Riverlands vibe to it. I guess it could be Catelyn, she's in the Riverlands, but I would go with you with Arya. Let's find out. Correct. Well done.
All right. The next one is across the still blue water came the slow, steady beat of drums and the soft swish of oars from the galleys.
I think this is the opening line to Dany's first chapter. Pretty sure she's on the ships, sailing from Carth towards Slaver's Bay direction.
I think you're right, but let's find out.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Daenerys. Yes, okay, good. I'm back. I don't have a streak of bad ones. Okay, you've got a nice long one here. Nothing remained beyond the king's gate but mud and ashes and bits of burned bone, yet already there were people living in the shadow of the city walls.
All right. I feel pretty confident this is Tyrion.
That's a good bet.
Kind of taking stock of things after the Battle of Blackwater.
Everything you had a hand in yet. Let's find out. Is it Tyrion? Yes. First Tyrion off the board. Lots of Tyrion.
All right, I've finally gotten more right than wrong. All right, the next one. The tower stood upon an island, its twin reflected in the still blue waters.
This should be Queen's Crown, I think. This should be Bran. But I don't remember this as an opening. There's only 4 Bran chapters, so I'm trying to think of the different openings off the top of my head. I don't remember this being one, but I can't think of any other tower on an island. It's not going to be anywhere on the God's Eye.
I'm not going to help.
It could be John. Could be John. He goes there. I'm going to go with Bran. I think it might be our first Bran, but I'm not confident. I will go with Bran. Oh, I was
there you
right.
Go.
Okay, good.
I knew that one, but since you were waffling, I didn't want to give it away.
Not give it away. Yeah, it is difficult. Okay, the next one for you, which I think might be one of your easier ones, but I'll keep my mouth shut. Maybe it's not.
Looks easy.
The ladder to the forecastle was steep and splintery, so character accepted a hand up from Loafer Brune.
I feel very confident this is Sansa.
I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. I'm definitely remembering things wrong if it's not.
Right, yeah. I'm like, I need to reread the book if I get this one wrong.
Something different's happened. But it was Sansa, correct. Well done.
All right, the next one for you. 2 days' ride to either side of the King's Road, they passed through a wide swath of destruction, miles of blackened fields and orchards where the trunks of dead trees jutted. And then we get cut off there, so that's all you get.
Yeah. I think this is probably my hardest one. I'm completely stuck between Catelyn and Jaime. So I know Catelyn does. She does go through the Riverlands, but no, that's more Clash, I think, isn't it? Yeah, she doesn't do as much journeying in Storm. Jaime does, and he'd be close to the King's Road as well. So I'm going to go with Jaime, our first of the Jaimes, I think. Yes.
There you go.
Reasoning. Yeah.
Excellent.
Good. I wouldn't want to get a Catelyn one wrong. That would annoy me. Okay, next one for you. I think you're on a nice little streak of kinder ones now.
I need that. I've gotten a few wrong.
In the centre of the Plaza of Pride stood a red brick fountain whose water smelled of brimstone, and in the centre of the fountain a monstrous harpy made of hammered bronze.
So this is probably Merritt Frey, right? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, this is Dany.
I'm hoping everyone at home gets this one as well. Yes, Dany, confirmed.
All right, the next one. Ghost was gone when the wildlings led their horses from the cave. So you get an easy one too. Nice little softball.
Yeah, we've reached the nice stage, haven't we? That we're getting lulled into a sense of security here. I'm going to say that's John. And I would be correct. Good. Okay, next one for you. The world was grey darkness, smelling of pine and moss and cold.
Okay, so I think this is something north of the wall. So I'm going to...
You've had a lot of nature-based ones.
I know, yeah. I did flip through a little bit before this. I tried not to and to go in blind, but I couldn't help myself. And there are a lot of just weather descriptions as first sentences. And, it's only so helpful. I am going to say John as well, just because there's so many more John chapters than Sam.
That's true. Okay, let's try John. Correct. That's tough. You easily could have gone with Bran as well, with the smelling part, so that was quite confident.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I didn't think this was...
No, you were right to stick with your instinct.
All right, the next one. The wind was blowing wild from the east, so strong the heavy cage would rock whenever a gust got in its teeth.
Cages. So, thinking the only cage I can think of is the crow cage that Eyrie sees at Fairmarket. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there's another one. There could be Craster's Keep or something like that. I'm gonna go with Eyrie. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Eyrie. No. Do you have an idea which one that was?
I was gonna say I was also thinking about the cage at the wall, but I don't remember anyone going up it during this book specifically. Again, I haven't read it in a while.
Yeah, the actual...
or potentially Sansa but I don't think she gets all the way to going up to the Vale, right?
I didn't even think about the actual transportation cage at the wall. That completely slipped my mind. You're probably right. That probably was a John. Oh well. Next one for you. When he heard noises through the thick wooden door of his cell, character prepared to die.
Thick wooden door of the cell. So who's in a cell this book? We've got potentially Jamie, definitely Davos. I think I'll go with Davos.
Okay, let's find out. Is it Davos?
Ooh.
No, unfortunately not. I think that might have been Tyrion, that cell question. I think that might have been at the end when Jamie comes to rescue him, possibly. Could be wrong.
Good point.
He also has a thick wooden door.
Yeah, kind of discounted the very end of the book there.
Yeah.
All right. This one. Let the kings of winter have their cold crypt under the earth. Character thought?
This is difficult. I would immediately think Jon, but for some reason now Tyrion is speaking to me. I think it's like an opposites thing where someone's thinking that because they're like somewhere else, or even maybe Davos could be. I might be overthinking it. I think I might be talking myself out of it. I should probably just go with Jon, to be honest, which is what I'm going to do.
I wish I had this one because I'm certain of the answer for this one.
Oh dear.
You're going with Jon?
I'm going to go with Jon.
Yeah, it's Catelyn.
Oh, no, not Catelyn.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't stand when I get Catelyn ones wrong. And that's 2 in a row for me as well. I've hit the bad streak. Oh dear, that's my own fault. Curse me. Okay, next one for you. Character, Sir Kevin Lannister said wearily. If you are indeed innocent of Joffrey's death, you should have no difficulty proving it at trial.
Oh, this is another easy one. We'll just say Tyrion right off the bat there.
Yeah, I don't think we need to discuss that one too much.
Probably not.
Let's double check. It is indeed Tyrion.
And to go with my softball, let me give you another really, really easy one. Just kidding. This quote is all?
Yeah, the one-worders. There's bound to be a one-worder at some point. I was hoping it wasn't going to be me, but it is. Oh dear, I've really hit the tough part. Ooh, okay. Well, you could make an argument for basically anyone for this, couldn't you? But I'm going to make up that it's... Oh, see, I want to say Catelyn now, but I don't want to get 2 wrong in a row. I'm going to say it's Catelyn, and I think it's Robb speaking, maybe about the battle at Duskendale or something like that. Oh, I've got no idea. I'm going to say Catelyn.
I don't have a guess. Yeah, I can't help you here.
I'm going to say Catelyn and close my eyes. No, it wasn't. I didn't think so.
I don't even have a backup plan for that one.
Oof, that's 3 in a row wrong for me. I'm on the skid. I think that's a episode worst, so I'm hoping in a minute I can turn it around. Next one for you. I'm getting jealous now. He watched the sail grow for a long time, trying to decide whether he would sooner live or die.
This is Davos.
It is Davos. I will click it anyway. Yes, straight away I'm getting very, very jealous.
All right, I think you'll get this one though. She was grubbing for vegetables in a dead man's garden when she heard the singing.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I think I've been allowed back into the winner's circle. I think this is Arya's first chapter. I think she's hearing the Brotherhood coming around the corner. And I would be right. Yes, Arya. Good. I needed to break that streak. Oh, okay. Next one for you. They carried the corpses in upon their shoulders and laid them beneath the dais.
This will be Catelyn when the younger Lannisters are killed.
I would agree. That's our first correct Catelyn guess after I messed up 2 of them. Good, she's on the board as well. Oh, okay.
All right. On the morning her new gown was to be ready, the serving maid filled character's tub with steaming hot water and scrubbed her head to toe until she glowed pink.
Another fairly easy one. I'm pretty sure this is Sansa. I will check.
There you go.
Correct. That one is Sansa. Good.
We're nailing the Sansa ones.
Yeah, we're halfway. Oh no, more than halfway through the Sansas. There's only 3 Sansa chapters left. I think we've had more Sansas than anyone else so far. Next one for you is Iron Emmett was a long, lanky young ranger whose endurance, strength, and swordsmanship were the pride of Eastwatch.
All right, so we have 2 choices here, which would be Sam or John. The voice sounds more like John. I think this is something he'd note right off the bat, so I'll go with John.
Okay. Correct. Nice and easy.
All right. Next for you. They heard the green fork before they saw it, an endless susurrus like the growl of some great beast.
Tough. Yes, Jamie or Arya, I think. I'm going to go with Arya because I know later on in the book when she's going around the Sandrock again, it's been raining a lot, the rivers are high and running.
All right.
I could actually even... Oh, no, I'm just going to go with Arya before I talk myself out.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, my guess is Jamie, so we'll see who was right there.
No, it wasn't Arya. I'm not doing well.
I think I was right.
You thought it was Jamie?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's Jamie.
Yeah. It could have even been... It is the Green Faulkner twins over, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not that great with the geography.
So it could have even been Cat then. Oh, well. That's something else to check later. Either way, not doing well. I've only got 2 of my last 6 right. Christ. Okay, good. Good to know. Next one for you. Sobbing, character took another step.
Oh boy. All right.
I have a strong guess for this one, but I'll keep quiet.
You do? Okay. I think Samwell for this one.
Let's find out.
He's crying a lot.
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
He's crying a lot coming back to the wall.
That's his opening line, the first line of his POV we get on the retreat to the wall. Or to Craster's, rather.
Yep. All right, next one for you. The king is dead, they told him, never knowing that Joffrey was his son as well as his sovereign. Well, this is a freebie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say... I mean, there's crackpot theories out there, but I'm pretty sure this is Jamie.
Yep.
And I'd be correct, which I desperately needed, so that's good. Okay, next one for you, funnily enough. Harrenhal's bathhouse was a dim, steamy, low-ceilinged room filled with great stone tubs.
I'm going to go ahead and say we've got a back-to-back Jamie situation here. This is also Jamie.
That is a back-to-back Jamie situation, you're right. Easy.
All right, this one, back to the hard ones.
Yeah.
Character was the first to spy the inn.
Yeah. It's Eyrie and Jamie again. There's a lot of Eyres we haven't had yet.
Yeah, we've got 5 or 6 Jamie left and double the Arya.
I'm going to say Jamie. Oh,
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
There you go.
Good. Needed that. Okay, next one for you. His hand burned.
This is Jamie again.
Yeah, what's that, 4 Jamies in a row?
I think so, yeah.
Yep, it is. Well done. Wow, it's getting all of the Jamies out of the way.
All right, well, I don't think this is Jamie for the record. Character dressed himself in darkness, listening to his wife's soft breathing from the bed they shared.
Not Jamie, a different Lannister. I think this is Tyrion, referring to Sansa. Before he goes off in his time of shade. Yes, that is correct. Good.
Right.
Okay. They supped alone as they did so often.
This one, I think, probably also Tyrion. It could be Sansa from her perspective. We've already had so many Sansas, so I'll say Tyrion.
It is a Tyrion. Yeah, that's true. That could have very easily been Sansa as well. You're right to stick by your guns.
I panicked after I committed to Tyrion. I was like, uh-oh, it might be wrong. All right. This one for you. The man on the roof was the first to die.
I'm pretty confident this is Arya when she's with the Brotherhood and they're attacking the sept that those bad dudes have got in. I can't remember what they're called, but I'm pretty sure it's Arya. Let me find out. Yes.
I'm pretty sure you were right about that. Nice job.
Back on the streak. This is what we need. This one for you. The drums were pounding, 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 and her head with them.
I think this is Catelyn at the Red Wedding.
Yes, I'm very sure that is the famous chapter of all.
Yeah, there we go. Can't get that one wrong.
You got the big one. Good, good, good.
All right, for you. The ridge slanted sharply from the earth, a long fold of stone and soil shaped like a claw.
Nothing is springing out to me. This could be several. This could be Arya, this could be Jamie, this could be Jon. Yeah, this could be Jon at the bottom of the wall. Could be Bran. I'm going to go with Jon. I've talked myself into it.
Right.
I think this might be when he's about to climb the wall. Jon, I'm going to go with, I think. Nope. Did you know?
I think it was Bran, but I don't quote me
It
on
was
that.
Bran.
I think it was, though.
Could easily have been. Yeah, that definitely makes sense, wouldn't it? Oh dear. Never mind. Okay, next one for you is the small square keep was half a ruin, and so too the great grey knight who lived there.
I think this is Arya as well, just on her adventures.
Correct, straight away.
Though his fever lingered stubbornly, the stump was healing clean, and Qyburn said his arm was no longer in danger.
Oh, I needed the softball. This is a Jamie.
There you go.
Yeah, I needed that. Only 3 Jamies remaining. We really have flown through the Jamies.
Absolutely.
I think we're about halfway as well, aren't we? Yeah, roughly.
Just about.
Okay, next one for you. Far across the city, a bell began to toll.
Oh, bells, 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 bells. And none of the characters I would normally associate with them are options for this book. So, let's see. Sansa, Tyrion, could be Arya. We have had so few Tyrion chapters that I think I'm just going to guess Tyrion based on that alone and probably regret it.
Yeah, let's take the maths approach. Yeah, it could easily be.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Huh? I was wrong.
Gotta say, I don't have a strong guess for that.
Yeah,
I guess
same.
it must be Sansa. Or it could be... Who else is in a city? Are you in a city at any point?
Towards the very end, right? Go to Maidenpool.
Well, yeah, it could be. Yeah.
The sky was as black as the walls of Harrenhal behind them, and the rain fell soft and steady, muffling the sounds of their horses' hooves and running down their faces.
Now, is this Arya early on, or is it Jaime later on? She does steal horses. I'm going to say it's Arya, because we've had a lot of Jaime, so I'm going to take your maths approach. I'm going to say it's Arya.
I think that was Arya's first chapter, so nice work.
Oh, is it? Oh, see, I thought we'd
sure.
already had that. Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
First or
I
second.
think we've had
Yeah.
Arya's second chapter earlier on. I thought it was the first. I think this one's the first. You are correct. Okay, one for you then. It is only another empty castle, Mira Reed said as she gazed across the desolation of rubble, ruins, and weeds.
Well, this will be Bran, since it's Mira.
This will be a
Nice for me to get an easy one every
confirmed
once in a
for you.
while. Yeah. All right. I think you probably will have an easy time with this one as well. He woke to the creak of old iron hinges.
See, it's always terrible when someone says, "Oh, I think you'll get this one," and my immediate thought is, "I've got no idea." So,
Well, at least you know it's a he.
no, it's a he, which does narrow down. It does narrow down the field quite a bit. It could be any of the males, basically. I will say Davos. So I've not said Davos for a while. I'll throw a dart at the board. I will name it Davos Seaworth. I am wrong. I think I deserve to be wrong on that. Did you know that one?
You know, I said this one was going to be easy, and I was going to guess Davos too. So you're not alone. And
You got both of us.
yes,
Good. I'm glad to know that. That could have been. Could have easily been a Tyrion. Could have been a Jon. Never mind. Okay. Next one for you. Robb, she knew the moment she heard the kennels erupt.
well, this will be Cat.
I think it will be. Yeah, I think you're 3 for 3 on Catelyn, so I don't think I've got any of them yet.
I think I'm doing really well on Cat and Jaime, which makes sense for me.
Yeah, that's a good pair to have.
Yeah. All right. The road up to Old Stones went twice around the hill before reaching the summit.
Now, I think this could be a tricky one for many, but I am 99% confident this is our epilogue. This is Merritt Frey.
There
Yes.
you go. Nailed it.
There we go. We've solved the prologue-epilogue mystery. Next one for you. Lord Alistair looked up sharply.
Ugh, Lord Alistair. This is Davos, but ugh.
Yeah, we don't want this guy. Let's get rid of him quickly. It is Davos. Well done.
Right. The ground was littered with pine needles and blown leaves, a carpet of green and brown, still damp from the recent rains. These setting ones are hard, aren't they?
These setting ones are hard in this book, yeah.
The season's changing.
My instinct says Bran, but I'm trying to think. We've only got 2 Brans left, and I'm trying to think of what we haven't covered. So I'm going to say this is Arya. Was that a Bran?
It might have
Do you
been.
know?
It might have been a John.
Could have been a Bran.
It might have been a John, actually.
Could have been a Jon.
Potentially.
Not
Just because
happy-
he has
not
a lot
happy
of
with
like
these ones.
scene setting in his, in his first sentences. I've noticed, like he notes the weather right away a lot of the time.
It's quite a Starky thing that, and they all kind of do it.
He's a ranger.
anyway.
He's aware of his surroundings.
Yeah. Next one for you. A white book sat on a white table in a white room.
This will be Jaime when he gets to King's Landing.
Yeah. Jaime, White Sword Tower. I would have liked that one. I'm jealous now.
A horse whickered impatiently behind him from amidst the ranks of gold cloaks drawn up across the road.
So, gold cloaks out on the road. You would think this would be Tyrion, wouldn't you? Well, it could be Jaime. It could be Jaime's escort. I'm going to say Tyrion. I'm on a bad streak, but I'm going to say Tyrion. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
good.
I think this is the like welcoming party for when the Dornish contingency arrives in King's Landing.
That's
if I
what
had
I
to
was
guess.
thinking, yeah. That's what I was thinking. Good. Okay, I'm glad. Next one. Up in the loft, a woman was giving birth noisily, while below a man lay dying by the fire.
This is Samwell at Craster's.
Correct. Yeah, I think that's Samwell 2, I suppose it would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. All right. The last night fell black and moonless, but for once the sky was clear.
I'm just rolling my eyes at the moment every time mine come up because they're all scene setting ones. There's no names. There's no places being shown.
Yeah. Mine are like,
The
hey, the
last
character
night-
only one POV has ever seen said. Yours are like,
Yeah, you're getting Mira.
It's dark
and everyone
out.
else. I'm getting the moon. Bran looks at the sky quite a lot. Oh, this is this is difficult. It could be anything. Well, I think I've missed a few Johns, so I'm gonna try and make it back. I'm gonna say this is a John, and it probably won't be now just to serve me right. But I'm gonna go John for this one. No, there. See, I should always go with John. That one was right. When he came up on deck, the long point of Driftmark was dwindling behind them, while Dragonstone rose from the sea ahead.
This is Davos.
I think it is.
Davos 2, I
I
believe.
think you might have had all the Davoses as well.
All right. Lord Tywin's chain of hands made a golden glitter against the deep wine velvet of his tunic.
I'm going to go with Tyrion, I think. This could be Sansa, could be Jaime, but I think Tyrion's the one who'd noticed this chain a lot, especially considering what happens later. So I'm going to go with Tyrion. Good, correct. Okay, next one for you. An east wind blew through his tangled hair, as soft and fragrant as Cersei's fingers.
All right, so I just want to tell our listeners you had to restart that one, and I'm just guessing it's because of how gross this line is. You get to the Cersei's fingers part. Ugh. Yeah, this is Jaime, unfortunately.
Correct. Yeah, we've really flown through the Jamies. There's only one left. We've got some of the biggest characters of loads. We've got loads of Johns, loads of Tyrions, Arya still, and Catelyn. Jaime's nearly gone.
Yeah. All right. Outside the inn on a weathered gibbet, a woman's bones were twisting and rattling at every gust of wind.
Tough again. It's the same old question of Jaime versus Arya. They both go to inns. I'm pretty sure this one is Arya. Yes.
Go.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's Masha Heddle she's referring to, I think. Okay, next one for you is the feast tents were behind them now.
Okay, this one is tough because it could be Catelyn, but it also could be Sansa or Tyrion at the Purple Wedding. However,
true.
I think it's probably Catelyn. That's what I'm going to go with.
Let's go with Catelyn.
Oh, I got one wrong.
Unfortunately not.
I was on a hot streak for a while.
Yeah, you'd done very, very well. Much better than I had. I think that might have been Arya getting to the twins and trying to make her way in.
That makes sense.
But it could have been the Purple Wedding, in all fairness.
Yeah, I didn't think Sansa or Tyrion had their chapter at least start that way. I know there were
True.
discounted Arya. All right. Their voices rose like cinders, swirling up into the purple evening sky.
This is another toughie.
I can't help. I don't know.
No, there's not a lot of clues in this one. Purple, no. I'm drawn either to Sansa or Daenerys, to be honest. I'm going to go with a Daenerys. I'm not quite sure why I am. Something deep in my memory might be stirring.
We just haven't had one in a while.
I haven't said Daenerys for a long time, if at all, so I'm going to go with Dany. No, I'm not doing very well today at all. I think this might be my poorest performance. Not showing myself well.
These ones are hard. These are definitely hard.
Some of them are very, very difficult. Your next one is, when they reached the top of the ridge and saw the river, Sandor again reined up hard and cursed.
I mean, to be fair, I am getting some of these easy ones. This is Arya.
Someone's got to get the easy ones. It's a 50-50 shout, and I think this one is one of them. Yes, that was Arya.
All right. When character saw the shape of a great hill looming in the distance, golden in the afternoon sun, she knew it at once.
This is tough. This could be either Arya or Catelyn, I think. I don't think Sansa saw any hills. I don't think Daenerys would see any hills, and she's not been anywhere she's been before.
Not that Dany would know at once, yeah.
So it's really got to be Arya or Catelyn. I'm going to go with Catelyn, and I'm going to hope it's Old Stones. Is that right? I'm going to go with Catelyn. No, I'm not doing well on the Catelyn front at all. Was that an Arya?
I think so. I would have gone with Cat too, just because she knows the Riverlands so much better, in theory.
Yeah. That must be High Heart, yeah. That's the only place she goes twice, isn't it? Oh well. Next one. The king sat at the head of the table, a stack of cushions under his arse, signing each document as it was presented to him.
All right. This could be Jaime, just the way it's phrased, but there's a lot more Tyrion chapters left.
That's true.
I'll say Tyrion. I feel like there's just more likelihood.
There's 5 Tyrions to 1 Jaime, so you're going with a good shout. Let's find out. No, I think that was the Jaime.
Yeah. I just thought we ripped through Jaime so fast. I wasn't expecting it, but hey, that's randomization for you. All right. Character broke her fast under the persimmon tree that grew in the terrace of the garden. Watching her dragons chase each other about the apex of the Great Pyramid. See, you got an easy one.
Yeah, this is what I thought I had last time, or a couple of questions ago. This is a Daenerys.
Don't think anybody else has dragons, so.
Yeah, I really, really needed the right answer there.
Yeah.
Okay, next one for you is no roads ran through the twisted mountain valleys where they walked now.
Oh, this is tough. I don't, with Arya never really leaving the Riverlands, this is where my, I haven't reread in a long time and I'm not as good at the dividing lines goes. Does Sansa get all the way to the Vale in Storm? That's where I'm confusing myself, because that's who I want to guess. But I feel like we don't really know where she goes. So it could be Dany, too.
There's so much travel in this book. There really is. I think more than any other book.
Yeah. And I like I said, I haven't reread in this book in 1 or 2 years, so I'm not as good at this one. Everyone's laughing at me at home, probably. I'll just say Dany. Why not?
Okay, let's find out. No.
Okay.
That is tough. I might have gone with a Bran. Early Bran, possibly.
I just thought that it had she in there. I thought it was a.
Did he get?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, shut me up. Maybe it was Sansa then. They do get to the Vale, but does she do a lot of walking?
Yeah, that's what I couldn't remember. So yeah, I knew she got out of there because we already had the one about Lothar Brune helping her, but I couldn't remember if she had made it all the way to the Fingers or how far she had made it.
Yeah, I don't remember her doing a lot of walking anyway, but who knows?
All right. Her eyes had grown accustomed to blackness.
Not really sure.
Oh, I know who this is.
I think I know. I'm going to say this is Sansa, maybe just when she's on is it the Merlin King, the ship? Whatever the ship's called. Because I can't think of any reason why the other 3 women we have are Daenerys, Catelyn, and Arya left. And I can't think of any of them needing to be in blackness at any point. I could be wrong. I'm going to go with Sansa. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Who was that? Tell me.
That was Arya. She's blindfolded at one point by the Brotherhood, I believe.
Oh, of course she is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who would ever need to be blindfolded. I'm missing very obvious ones there. Never mind. Okay. Her Dothraki scouts had told her how it was, but character wanted to see for herself.
Well, another easy Dany one. I said at the beginning that she was going to be the easiest because her setting is so unique. And that's proven true.
That is a Dany one.
All right. Sir Desmond Grell had served House Tully all his life.
I'm praying that this is a Catelyn. It could be a Jaime, but there's none of them left. I think we've had the wrong Jaime one, so I'm pretty sure this is Catelyn. Finally, get me a Catelyn one.
Nice.
Needed that. He dreamt he was back in Winterfell, limping past the Stone Kings on their thrones.
Limping. We have so many Jon ones left to go. I'm going to go with that over Bran. We'll see.
No, I thought that was Jon from The Off as well. We were good to stick with that.
All right. When dawn broke, he found he could not face the thought of food.
This is tough. I mean, this could be a Sam, because then there might be some irony in there that Sam's a bigger guy who likes his food. Well, I don't know if that's the kind of joke George goes for. Could be Tyrion, could be Davos. I'll go with Sam. I don't think I've said a Sam yet. I'll go with Sam. Me oh my.
I don't know if I'm right, but I think it's Tyrion. That's my guess.
That makes sense. There's a lot of Tyrions left. Oh dear. Okay, next one for you is: the new crown that his father had given the faith stood twice as tall as the one the mob had smashed, a glory of crystal and spun gold.
This is Tyrion.
I think this is Tyrion as well. I think we had back-to-back Tyrions. I just missed the front leg.
Oh boy, a hard one for you. White Tree, character thought.
Okay, I think this is Sam instead. I think this is him retracing his steps as he tries to get Gilly back to the wall. I'm fairly certain of that. But then again, I was last time, I got it wrong. No, this time I got it right. Out of the 2 Sams, I split the difference.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, we've got 10 left. We're nearing the end. Okay. The invitation seemed innocent enough, but every time character read it, her tummy tightened into a knot.
I feel like the tummy is a giveaway that this is Sansa. She talks about her tummy a lot in a weird way. This is an indication of her feelings. So
that was correct. That was Sansa.
All right, single digits now.
Mm-hmm.
For a moment, it seemed as though the king had not heard.
Too many kings, is my comment.
Mm-hmm.
Could be Catelyn, could be Davos, could be Jon, could be Tyrion. I'll go with my instinct. I'll go with Davos. I won't try and reason it. Oh, it was, finally.
Yeah.
My instinct actually came through for me.
That sounded like a very Stannis as king reaction. So, I was with you there.
Grumpy Stannis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next for you is Marine was as large as Astapor and Yunkai combined.
Well, that'll be Daenerys again.
That'll be a Daenerys. We have one Daenerys left, so that'll be interesting.
All right. Stony Sept was the biggest town character had seen since King's Landing, and Harwin said her father had won a famous battle here.
I'm being regifted. Things are balancing out again. Pretty sure this is Eyrie.
Excellent.
Good. Needed that as well. Okay, slightly harder one for you here.
Ooh.
She awoke all at once, every nerve a tingle.
This is tough.
I'm clueless, personally.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We've got several cats left, but I don't know that that's her. We've got some Sansa and some Arya left as well. Let's go with Arya, I think.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
No, not that time. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I would have said Sansa because she's in more dangerous situations than most, but you could make an argument for any of them.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember who woke up in the middle of the night.
All
right. The eunuch was humming tunelessly to himself as he came through the door, dressed in flowing robes of peach-colored silk and smelling of lemons.
Good old lemons. I'm going to assume this is Tyrion. This sounds like a Tyrion description.
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay, I'm getting the streak when I need it.
Nice work. Yeah, and the lemons was kind of that could throw you off a little bit, given who normally associate
in there.
with lemons.
I maintained.
Nice job.
Okay. The outriders came on them an hour from the Green Fork as the Wain was slogging down a muddy road.
We've got one Jaime left, but I don't think this is him. I think this is Catelyn.
Okay, we've still got three cannons left, excuse me. 3 cannons left.
No.
That was not one of them.
Well, I don't necessarily know that we have that many left. It's that we got some wrong.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I can't
That is a
be
good
trusting
point.
that.
I think that was Arya again. Before the twins. I think we were right, the twins is on the Green Fork.
Yeah.
Because the Hound steals a Wain, doesn't he? That's how he tries to get in. That would be my guess anyway.
Well, we've got 3 left. This one I think you'll get. Robb bid farewell to his young queen thrice.
Fine, I'm glad they're letting me have some Catelyns at the end. I would have been quite annoyed otherwise. Pretty sure this is a Catelyn. Yes, good. I think I'm actually having my best streak here at the end, which is nice. Next one for you. Last one for you. Character prowled around Satin in a slow circle, sword in hand, forcing him to turn.
Well, Satin is a dead giveaway, and I don't think Sam is doing any prowling, so this will be Jon.
I can't see Sam doing a prowl myself, but let's find out. Yes, it is Jon.
Excellent. All right, our last question, and it's not easy, I don't think, so good luck. Day and night, the axes rang.
I think it's a back-to-back to finish. I think this is Jon. I think he's listening to the wildlings trying to smash down the gate. It's on the outer side of the wall. Let's find out if I can finish on a high. Yes, good. Jon. Okay, right, that is all 82. I hope you've kept up at home. Let's quickly pause for some totting up and we'll be back with the scores in a moment. Okay, we've done the maths, or rather Emily's done the maths and I've sat quietly because I'm no good at it. But we have our scores, we've totaled up and, well, it gives me some disappointment, but also quite a lot of pleasure to say that Emily takes the crown for A Storm of Swords opening sentences. Close as it was, Emily, you had a score of 31 to my 29.
So close.
Very, very close in the end, but well deserved. I think we knew that was happening. I had some not very nice ones. I had some bad streaks. I thought I might get it back at the end, but you were consistent.
There were some, you had some tough ones in there.
It's the travelly ones. It's the out in the wilderness ones. Now I think about it, probably is worse for this book.
Yeah, I think we had the most characters. We had a lot of characters in the Riverlands, and one of the longer books for how many characters it had. So yeah, it was tough. I've learned Jon really loves scenery and will start most of his chapters with scenery.
I need to give Jon some more credit, obviously. I think I missed out on a lot of Jon and a lot of Tyrion as well, probably. Maybe I was trying to be too specific. So in terms of percentages, so you can see the average score of everybody on Sporcle. So for this quiz, that is 73%. Now that's obviously when they're doing all 82, we were doing 41 each, but we've again been clever and worked out the percentage. And Emily got 76, so you were over the average. I was only 71, so I was below the average score. Shame on me. I think this is my worst showing ever, unfortunately, which shouldn't be, considering we had to do Scraps and Scrolls not that long ago for Storm of Swords. But there you go. I suppose I've spent a lot of time on Feast and Dance since then. There's a lot of other chapters to fit in my mind. I'm happy to cede the crown to you, Emily.
Yeah, we'll have to do a rematch sometime, see if that holds up.
One day. Well, I tell you what, if this is less tough, well, it was for me anyway, on the opening sentences, closing ones are normally way harder, so I'd be very interested to see what they look like for Storm of Swords, what those kind of scores are, which we will get to one day. We'll get another guest on.
I better hurry up with my reread, so I've actually read it recently when we do this one. Excellent. Well, this has been a lot of fun.
Good. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Another, again, like I said, a little icebreaker, a little welcome to the Isle to go along with our 100 questions the other day, depending on when people are listening to this.
Yeah, I loved it. Hopefully everybody else did too.
Yeah, we'll have to start doing more of these again when we've got the time. To be fair, we've signed up to do quite a lot recently, but we'll try and fit these in every now and then. They are quite fun. Again, good for interaction as well. Please do send in your scores, everybody. Let us know which ones you are most annoyed about missing. I personally will be cursing myself about Catelyn for the rest of the day. But yeah, do let us know, do get involved and share those quizzes. I will link it in the episode and Twitter and everything else like that. You can find our 100 questions, our 100th episode of The Other Faces and Emily's debut. That should be with you by now. We'll get the next one to you fairly soon. Well, I hope you're enjoying all the content we're pumping out at the moment. There's plenty more to come and plenty more to get to know Emily as well.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying Scraps and Scrolls and very much having fun with the questions. So please keep them coming, and thank you all very much.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you again next time. See you then.